So with that being said, no, we have not delayed beyond October. We already announced that October is going to be the month just 2 weeks ago. And October is when the NDA will be lifted and A2 testers will all be invited on the 25th. Alpha 2. How is Alpha 2 going to work? Obviously, we talked about our NDA testing that we're doing now, right? These are day-long tests essentially that we are doing with our Alpha 1 users who were most active during the Alpha 1 period, who gave us good actionable feedback, and that is the expectation that we have for Alpha 2 testers as well. So October 25th, we will start with our phase 1 of Alpha 2 testing. Phase 1 is going to consist of weekend-long tests that run from Friday to Sunday and will occur every weekend moving forward until phase 2 begins. And do we want to talk, Margaret, a little bit about like how we're going to be administering these tests, how players will get notices of these tests, and the type of support that we're going to offer them from a community perspective during these tests as well?
Yeah, so we will be contacting people through email. So for those of you who have been joining us already for our pre-alpha 2 testing, you've been getting emails from us, and that is how we will contact you. We also will have a private Discord for the private people, but for this one, obviously, these will be more. Um, you won't be under NDA, so you'll be able to talk about your experience. But we will have some forums for you to access. We'll have some Discord spaces for you to access that will only be with those users so that you can communicate with your friends as well as with us. And we will be kind of ensuring that you're kept up to date on what things are coming along the lines, patch notes, details. Some of that will be posted on our news post as well. It kind of just depends on what the information is and where it needs to be shared and who needs to have access to that information. But we'll definitely
Yes.
keep you guys as much in the loop as far as customer service support. Uh, Alpha 2 is an alpha. This is like an actual alpha. We are not like a game where it's like we're just porting over or translating to another region. This is like a proper alpha. So, as Stephen has stated
Yes.
many times, it's not a game. We are here to test and get things moving along. And as you can see here, what our testing goals are as we continue forward. The game will become more of a game as we go through Alpha 2. But what that means also is that we will not be providing the same level of support we would for launch. So for launch, we will have in-game GMs who are assisting you, and we'll have a lot more things where we can help you if you get stuck on a quest line. But
Yes.
for Alpha 2, that is not going to be the case. If you get in a broken state, we won't be fixing your characters in the same way that we would later down the
And
line.
and the important thing to note about phase 1 between these weekend tests is going to be that our goal is not to wipe persistence, right? When we talk
Correct.
about the progress that you make between these weekends as a player character, now
We may.
within each phase, there is a higher likelihood the earlier the phase that persistence will have to be wiped. We won't know for certain whether or not we have to wipe persistence between these testing dates, between these testing weekends, until we come across an issue that might require us to do so, right? So that's something to keep in mind, right? As part of what Margaret was talking about, these testing, the Alpha 2 testing parameters are we're focused around again that stability, that scalability, the performance and progression as well. So for phase 1, those are the test goals. And what that means for us is obviously we're going to prioritize what's necessary in order to accomplish those goals. And sometimes that might be wiping persistence. So we have to make sure that those of you who are, and everyone who has Alpha 2 obviously has access to all of these phases, but those of you who plan to play in phase 1, you will need to keep in mind that there is a much higher likelihood that persistence wipes can occur, that realm crashes will occur, that there will be a higher dispensity of client crashes that people may be suffering, right? This is going to be a little bit of walking before we start running. And that's something that's important. Now, also, keep in mind that we are dedicated to this being an open, non NDA platform. So people can see the progress that we are going to be having in Alpha 2. And Alpha 2 is continued development, right? we are going to be continually releasing additional content, features, systems as Alpha 2 progresses, and that includes within these phases. So there's going to be focuses that we will want people to have when it comes to what they're testing within a given weekend or a given week, or as we drop big content drops for the phase 3 24/7 alpha.